Well, by next year, more than 500,000 Australians will be affected by sight loss, yet 80% of cases are considered preventable. So just how good are your eyes and how do you really test them? Well, we are joined now by corneal and refractive surgeon at Personal Eyes, Dr Chandra Bala. Nice to see you, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
They're pretty staggering figures, actually, on sight loss.
Yeah.
And you say most cases preventable. How so?
So they are staggering, and 500,000 for a 20 million population is a large number.
Yeah.
And they're preventable in two senses. One, if you have conditions like diabetes, you can control your diabetes and prevent vision loss. The second group is your cataract, macular degeneration, and glaucoma. If you detect these diseases, you can treat them early and therefore stop vision loss.
Wow.
So we have now well-qualified optometrists who are therapeutically qualified. They're all over Australia. If you go and see them early enough, they pick up your disease, then they can send you on to specialists for treatment. So, yeah, you can prevent it. It's a secondary prevention, whereas the other one's primary.
Wow.
But also there is sight loss, the ageing side. So 40, 45,
Yes.
people will need glasses. So is that the eye that is failing or the muscles in the eye?
So the body is designed to have eyes that focus far away so that you can avoid a danger that's far away. Then once you want to see something nearby, the muscles inside the eye have to change focus. Otherwise, you're set to one distance. And when that muscle has to move for near, it can fatigue over time. So roughly around 44, people will start doing this. They'll want more lighting. They'll go near the window. They want a longer arm. And so that's where it starts off at 44, is there's a weakening of that focusing ability.
Can you do exercises? Can you exercise your eye muscles to make that better?
Usually, 44 is the first time people find there is a limitation in a person's ability. They're usually fit and healthy, they've never had a problem in their life, and suddenly they can't do something.
Oh, dear.
So that's where, unfortunately, there's no exercise. This is normal part of changing. There are a few operations and lasers and things you can do, but generally, no, there's no exercise to prevent it.
Hildebrand, when did you get glasses?
I got them when I was about 15 and I didn't realise that I couldn't see at all. So I just happened to mention to my mum that I couldn't read the blackboard at school. And we got it fixed up and it turns out I was blind as a bat.
Well, should we do a bit of a live eye test on you now?
I'm 43, so I'm right on the cusp of the danger
All
zone.
right, Doctor, let's come over to
Right,
your special
yeah.
machine. We want to put Joe under the microscope here, which could be quite a lot of fun. I've noticed that I'm having trouble with night driving at the moment, so long-distance night driving.
What happens is at night your pupils dilate, and so your focusing ability is just a little less. And so a lot of people will have night driving.
You'll have to take your glasses off, I think, Joe.
So Joe is short-sighted, so he's wearing negative power glasses.
Okay.
If I could get you to put your... This is a slit lamp. This is very much ubiquitous in every... Sorry, it's very bright for the sake of the camera.
Okay.
But it's ubiquitous in every eye specialist room, right? And essentially, we go close to the eye, and there's...
Will we be able to see what's in Joe's eye?
You can see.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
Is that sawdust?
What?
So,
Are you reading my mind?
yes.
Looking around. Why do you keep moving your eye?
If you could look at my ear for me.
Yep.
Right. So if you look here, Joe's eyelashes are absolutely clean. There is no debris at the bottom of his lashes. A lot of the times with the introduction of smartphones and tablet devices, people are having a new set of problems with dryness and gritty sore eyes. So that's it's a different field of eye hygiene that needs to be looked at. We can talk about that. Above the lid is the light is reflecting off this light, faint beam, the first beam, and that's the cornea. This is the front window of the eye.
Is that good or bad?
This is normal, perfectly normal. So behind the front window is the curtain, which is the iris. And when the curtain opens,
Whoa.
if you do that, the curtain, if I increase the light, the curtain gets smaller, the pupil gets smaller, and behind that is a second window. So in the eye, there are two windows, front window,
Wow.
and behind the pupil, a second window. When that inside window gets cloudy, that's a cataract. Most people think it's the front window.
Right.
It's got nothing to do with the front window. So in the eye, it's a bit special. I won't blind you anymore.
Is he okay?
Do I have cataracts?
You don't have anything.
That's great.
Perfect.
Oh, who said that?
There you go. You got a free consultation.
So how often would you say that we should be checking our eyes and making sure we head into an optometrist and do this little test?
We generally say, look, if you've crossed 50, you should start going every 2 years. Generally, people at the age of 44 will have issues with their reading glasses anyway, so they'll start approaching at that stage. If you don't have problems...
You want to go?
Yeah, I was just going to ask. That same easy test, does that... can you see if he has glaucoma, macular degeneration, or is it just for...
No, you're quite right. So what happens is the iris is a curtain. You have to open the iris so you can look inside the room, right? So we would put drops in the patient's eyes
To dilate it?
To dilate it, and then we'd use this lens in front to look through to the back.
So it's virtually the same test too.
Absolutely
for all
the
those
same
other
test.
things, yeah.
Everything. This is a ubiquitous machine. It is also a very powerful machine. It's a very simple machine. It can do the whole thing in one go.
So people really should make sure they have that test
Correct.
after the age of?
So after the age of 50 for sure, but around 45 they'll start going. What happens is sometimes people don't go to doctors. But if they have a risk factor, there's a family history of glaucoma, you've already been given one alert, a flag. You should make use of that flag. If you've got a history of diabetes, if you've got other family eye problem, you've already been given a warning, so you should go and get an eye check.
And it only takes a few minutes. Doctor,
Correct.
thank you so much for bringing
Pleasure.
your fancy equipment into our studio. Well done, Joe.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.